Hello, friends. My name is Maximus, and I'll be your dungeon master this evening. I'd like to welcome you all to the 34th episode of Caches and Cantrips, where some of your favorite streamers play Dungeons and Dragons live on Friday nights. I'm joined with an amazing cast tonight of Bunny Dreadful, Virtual Spectre, Moves Like Jagger from the GGN crew, as well as our guest, Captain E-Rock. Yay!
Yay, Captain E-Rock!
Yeah. Woo!
Mac will not be here tonight, but Captain E-Rock will be jumping in for their mystery character at this moment. If you did not see in the Discord, and as far as I know, nobody guessed the race and class of E-Rock's character. So you have up until I finished last time's summary. Lucky for you, it's a long one because I figured out a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So if I see it in the chat, I will let you all know. No, y'all can't. You can't guess.
Why not?
You can guess, but you can't win.
You can't win for reasons.
Okay, I will not say anything.
No, but I haven't seen it yet. So if you put it in the chat,
no one gets it right, does E-Rock win?
Yeah, what does E-Rock win?
Well, E-Rock always wins.
E-Rock
Have you seen his
wins
beard?
right here. Okay.
He's always winning. Anyway, thank you for coming on the show, E-Rock. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
If this is your first time here, alerts are muted and suppressed for the live stream so we don't break the immersion. I can word sometimes. But with that being said, we definitely appreciate all of the likes and the subs and just the hosts and all that stuff. And I personally look at all of them because I don't know why I said that, but I do because I care. That's why. So thanks you all for your support.
Max cares.
I do. Max cares. Luffy cares too, it sounded like.
Oh, you
or was that Teddy?
That was Luffy for sure.
One of the dogs. It's okay. It's good to know that he's still there. Another thing is though, if you haven't heard about it, we also have a Patreon for the stream here for Caches and Cantrips. It's in the chat. It'll also be in the description of the podcast or video. And some advantages of our Patreon is that you can get early access to our VODs as well as our podcasts. There's even a tier on our Patreon where you can help me create an NPC that will be in the world and will appear on stream. You haven't ran into any yet, but you will. Trust me. You will. But with that being said, I believe also for people that were that tier of patron are getting something a little special for the holidays too. So appreciate that. Another thing is, as I mentioned, you can also check out our podcast. I appreciate you all doing that. We're over 500 listens at this point, so thanks for pushing us over the edge there, and then watching our VODs on YouTube. I guess I should put some social media links in there. Why do I always forget this one? Where's my button? Socials. You think that would be descriptive enough for me? But it's there. There's links, and you should look at them. I just feel so bad. I'm sorry, boobs. I'm so bad at social. Anyway,
social media is hard.
It is hard.
Meteors are definitely hard. Last thing is, if you haven't looked yet, and if you want to get a nice piece of merchandise for the Caches and Cantrips, it is right there in the chat, interlinkdesigns.com/caches and cantrips, where you can find such items like this very nice embroidered t-shirt. Ooh, with our alternate logo, or this nice little coffee mug.
Ooh,
with the Caches and Cantrips logo.
Drink all the best drinks out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And you can put anything in there. Coffee,
maybe some
soda,
interlink coffee,
water, fine bourbon, healing tonic. Whatever you want.
And also stay tuned. Maybe some new things on the horizon. So you definitely want to keep an eye on it.
Wait, what?
But anybody else have anything before we get started? I need to put my Dungeon Master cap on. I don't know where I left it, so rocks falling, you die. I'm just kidding. D&D memes.
I just want to say, while Mac's setting things up, is thank you everybody for coming and hanging out with us on this crazy journey of 34 episodes.
Holy crap.
Pretty for everyone's like watching the VODs, watching the YouTubes, listening to podcasts, or watching it live. We appreciate everybody. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. I hope that you like this little story, and Ask Bun, I'll literally keep playing D&D and roll dice until I die.
This is all he talks about off stream. I want you guys to know that. This is all we talk about now.
They already know.
Forever.
It's not a surprise to
I know,
anyone
it's not
who
a surprise
even
to anyone.
has any interaction with me.
Wait, does this mean you're into secrets? He tells you secrets?
No.
Oh no,
She does not
he doesn't
know
tell
any
me secrets. He just asks me 500 times if I liked the previous session.
Oh,
That's cool.
Yeah,
does it change as he asks increases?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and then we have long discussions about things that I literally just ran and she literally just played. I don't know what my problem was, but
It's
okay.
It's fine. I knew this about you.
you knew the job was dangerous when you took it.
Yeah.
Anyway, before we get too much off the rails and I get too silly here, we'll go ahead and settle in for tonight's episode of Casters and Cantrips. Our story last left off with sweet justice on the ship to Moore's favor. After some divine healing magic from Ron, Bryn was brought back to consciousness. While the party was tending to Bryn, the Captain Victoria began questioning the rest of the crew to figure out just what happened. After some pointed questions from her, the crew ran across the rock gnome they saved from the Hag Coven under the ocean. They learned the old rock gnome was named Felver Felbin. He thanked the party for saving him as he'd been trapped down under the ocean for almost a week. After helping him dry out some of his belongings, especially his stash of Tide Creeper, the party learned from Felver that the Vantis army had crossed the Great Bridge of Nona and occupied Last Chance. Their goal was to protect the bridge and to keep from being cut off from the rest of the continent amidst their war with Ramcrown. After the crew shared a moment of silence for the fallen, they began to take inventory of the treasure. One item of note was a belt that was made of some sort of scales that closely resembled the style of Valken's belt, but was from a different academy. Later that night, the party prepared to get some rest after a long day, but Mimi was missing. After some investigating, they were unable to locate Mimi on the ship, so they informed Skullbreaker of their missing items, who took it straight up to the chain to the captain, Victoria. Everyone was ordered onto the deck of the ship, where Victoria questioned the crew. Ultimately, Edmund was blamed for the theft, and during a search of the hold, it was found that Edmund was skimming off the top from the rest of the crew. After recovering the lost items, Captain Victoria dished out some justice at the point of a dagger on poor Edmund. After the impromptu trial at sea, Valken spoke with Victoria about the origins of his mysterious sword. He learned that Capital Procurement got the sword before they had been scavenging items from the bottom of the sea. They purchased the item from a trade caravan while they were in Port Town, which in turn came from some traders in Gordek, in the far north of the Tyran region. Gordek was said to be the home of many different species and peoples that were more hardy and able to withstand the cold conditions, such as orcs, bugbears, and goblins. It was also rumored that it was being governed by some kind of giant. Before arriving back to Isgarth, Vent was able to negotiate a trade for some of those found items, including the belts, in exchange for some of their own magic items. Once they arrived back in Isgarth, they found transport at a premium to Forwinter. While they didn't stay long, it seemed Bryn was immediately recognized by someone in the town. They called her Thora or Thyra and said that she brought the Elding from the sky. They promptly left in a hurry as Bryn didn't want any part of that and went to the cottage belonging to Bryn's Babas. Upon arriving, the group explained to Babas Sveta and Preslava what had been happening with Vin and her Vinposters. Preslava attempted to perform several rituals and incantations, including palm readings and reading tea leaves, but it became apparent that stronger magic was needed here. after this stronger ritual was completed, Praslava told Vin that she wasn't supposed to be here, and that her memories were not her own. Praslava told Vin that she was made for some purpose, but didn't know what it was. Baba Praslava then performed an incantation on Vin, and memories began to rush back to her that had been previously locked away. Visions of who she thought were her parents, visions of a strange woman with alabaster skin and large majestic antlers, saying that she needed Vin's help. Visions of the Baron Voss Creel speaking with sweet justice just before the start of their adventure. The party decided to stay the night in the cottage, and that is where we will begin our session this evening. As you all awake the next morning in Bryn's old room in the Baba's cottage, Baba Sveta comes to wake you all.
Oh no, I'm already awake.
Breakfast is ready.
I hope to make breakfast. I know the rules.
Yeah, there you go.
I didn't sleep in.
I think I was by the fire actually the whole night doing my meditation stuff. So just like out in front of the wood burning.
Oh, Ron
smelled breakfast.
Ron feels, well, I mean, he is naked minus the loincloth, but he feels embarrassed as Baba Sveta comes in. He's forgive Ron.
Get yourself ready for breakfast this morning. Your friend will not be joining you.
Who?
Your friend Vin.
What do you mean Vin will not be joining us?
She will be staying here in the cottage until we say otherwise. The rush of memories coming back to her took quite a toll, as it would on anyone. And we are going to help her trying to make sense of what she saw. Very powerful magic was needed to get these answers.
Yes, and Ron understands. I'll just get ready and go for some breakfast.
Bryn, what are they having for breakfast? Can she help make it?
They're having some little like bready things. They're like oat cakes. Some tea. Some Hold on.
Hurry, Bryn, Ron's hungry.
Some like potato cakes. And like some smoked, like really gross fermented smoked fish things. Like were those fish that are like pickled and
strong? Pickled in the ground? Yeah.
Some nasty like that. Yeah, that's what we're having.
Yeah. So as you are being the breakfast is prepared and she brings it to the table, and you notice that Baba Praslava as well as Vin are absent. Bryn, you would assume that Baba Praslava is currently attending to Vin and trying to help her make sense of what happened the night before, as any mere mortal would be shaken by such a revelation. So while you are eating, it is currently the 11th day of Octo, which I forgot to mention to you all, which is on Woods Day. And what you noticed as you look outside, that there was a bit of a storm the night before, a fresh drift of snow outside are atop the fence. And what you hear is someone shouting outside of the cottage, looking for directions or for help. And as you look outside the cottage, there at the sort of edge of the property, on the edge of the fence where people normally come to speak to the Babas, you see... Well, Captain Iraq, would you like to describe your character?
Ooh.
All right.
Fast. Okay, let's go.
Oh, we're here. Yes. Haha, yes. It is. I'm Barnaby Greyfox. Barnaby Greyfox is a Herringon bard. Gray silver locks coming off his head, ears straight up, bun style. We have, he's wearing kind of a fancier outfit that's been worn for some time. So it was his best at one point, but is kind of worn down a bit. little bow tie, and he just looks like he's looking for something in this area, but is completely lost.
One thing that you would notice, Ron, as you look outside for the person shouting, you are at least somewhat familiar with Harengon or Rabbit Folk, and that they share a similar tie to the Fae, like Fearbolgs do. While they don't necessarily live there, but similar to you, they have some tie.
Rock's a rabbit boy.
Mm-hmm.
I am losing my mind right now.
No, Bryn, we do not hunt this one. This is not for eating. Calm down, Bryn. We do not. This is.
I don't understand. What is that?
This is. They are the rabbit folk. They're like Ron tied to Faye.
That's true.
Oh, we do not like Faye here. You know, not allowed. No,
but
allowed.
Like, no, but
Go away, little rabbit boy. We do not serve your what?
It is like Ron is giant, but not, but also
connected
to Faye. But Ron is not, like Twig.
Okay.
This is, think of rabbit people like Ron, but small and rabbit.
Ron, but small and rabbit. Okay. Sorry, I take it back. What do you need?
Ogden's like half groggy. He's like, oh, why are we yelling?
Baba Sveta looks at you, Bryn, and says, why are you shouting?
Oh, sorry, Baba. And okay, and Brandon like takes off her apron that she was using and puts it on the railing and like runs down the steps to talk to the newcomer.
Before you run out, she grabs your arm to stop you.
There is a customer.
Yes, I know. We do not have time for this. Your Babas are busy helping Vin. If they need something, you take care of it.
Okay. I'll tell him that no Babas, but I will help if I can.
Very good.
Understood. Yes, ma'am. Okay. I don't know if Ron comes with, but I'm gonna step down, down the wood steps and
make sure Bryn doesn't
like stone path.
Try to eat him.
I do like rabbit. Rabbit is quite delicious.
I'll trail behind you guys as well. That.
Okay, so hello, Mr. Rabbit person. I am Bryn. How may I help you?
Yes, I'm Jerry Fox. I'm looking for my family. Have you seen any of my type around here?
Bryn kind of looks to where like the animal cages are kept in the back.
Oh no!
And the the rabbit we killed the night previous.
Yeah,
and she's
that was great.
Not related, Bryn. This if we captured Harengon, it would very obvious.
Oh, okay. No, we have not seen any one like you in these parts.
No, I see. So as I'm closer to you all, you see that I'm about medium height. He's about 4'5". Blue eyes, if that matters to those out there.
It does matter.
Oh, it sure does.
Yeah, so feet are very big. So, yeah, I just I'm making my way back home. I just haven't made my way as in life as what I thought I would be. So I'm looking for what will make me whole again.
You said you lost your family. Are you from this area?
Oh yes, I've been in Ventus for many years. I'm from the Tyrian region. I left there 4 years ago, and been traveling from tavern to tavern, entertaining. But it doesn't seem to be my thing anymore.
Well, why is it you no longer wish to play music?
They don't see my true potential. No one shows for my shows.
Oh. From one musician to another, Ron is sorry.
Oh. Thank you. I just maybe need to move on from my dreams and settle down.
Oh, one should never give up on one's dreams. You should follow it through. Ron can help you. Ron has this flute.
Oh, we also have some very good connections in crap.
In Isgard.
In crap?
Isgard.
Is there manure farm around here? Do they make the manure with animal feces?
Oh, Bryn, Ron is not familiar with the area.
What? We don't have those kind of farms here. We have like potatoes farms. I think that's pretty much maybe some parsnip, like, and carrots.
One thing that's apparent to you all as you're looking over Barnaby Gray Fox is that he looks like he's not threadbare, but he's been traveling a while and it's been rough. With the storm that came in from last night, it would have gotten anyone except for the most skilled hunters and trackers turned around. So lots of snow about him, pretty cold.
Would you like some? I could bring you some oat cakes. We have like extra breakfast.
That would be wonderful. Yes, breakfast would be great. Yes.
Okay, you can't come in though because the Babas are very busy, but we could have a little picnic situation. I'll be right back.
What is a boba?
She said Baba. It is like her family.
Oh, yes. No offense.
Elder of high respect.
I see.
So as you come inside, Bryn, Baba Sveta says to you, "What are you doing?"
I was going to take that traveler some extra. We have extra breakfast. I made a lot because, to be quite honest, I made a lot because I know how much Valkian can eat, and I thought, but we could spare one or two for this little rabbit guy. I've never seen one before. I'm kind of curious.
Why are you being rude and making them wait outside?
Oh, you said not to. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'll be right back.
Have time for this. Figure out what they want and then help them.
Okay. Excuse me. I'll come back with an oat cake in a hand and just shove it in your face. What do you want? How may I help you?
Just all the oat cakes were great. A place to sit for a few. I've been traveling for quite some time. Yes. I've been moving through the Ventus area from the south to the north. Across a very large bridge.
Yes, we know of bridge.
You speak of the bridge at Fort Cross and Last Chance?
Yes. Took day and a half for me.
Wow. Oh, forgive me, but you said you're looking for your family. Did you move?
Any of my kind.
Oh, just your kind in general.
Oh, yes, I left to find fame as a bard and entertainer. And bring honor back to my family and kind. But things were getting sour down in the Ventus area. Some conflict and no one coming to my shows.
DM question.
Yes.
Obviously, I guess Ron is familiar with the rabbit people. Would they either trade or visit Ron's old village in the past, pre-Fire of Doom?
Yeah, it's not completely out of the question. You're not entirely sure if his specific family had traded with you or not. But it's not out of the question to do some trading in produce and things like that. They typically lead, not necessarily secluded, but very simple sort of life, much like your clan would.
Okay. Ron has seen your kind in the past in Ron's own village, but Ron's village is no more. It was destroyed by a fired beast demon.
Your kind is kind to the Fae?
Yes, as Ron is part of the Fae as well. So Ron will consider you kin, and if you need help seeking family, Ron will assist.
Are you travelers? Are you?
Oh, we are adventurers. We are from the Order of Iberis in Tustin.
I've heard of them.
Oh. If Finn was here, she would give you pamphlet from bosom.
Ron like pulls a crumpled pamphlet from his pockets.
Here, this is our order. We are known as Street Justice.
Oh.
It looks essentially like a homemade business card. So I'm sure you can imagine what that looks like.
That's a very prestigious paperwork document that you carry.
Oh, it does the job. Vin usually carries them. They're much cleaner and smell nicer. Do you happen to know a performer named Yorlas? He's very famous.
It sounds familiar to me. I may have crossed paths.
Quite famous bard in Icegarth, where the College of the Arts is located. Typically performing in the high echelon of society in Vantis. So if you were looking to make it big and be a famous bard, he's kind of who you're looking to be like.
Oh, he's maybe a little above my pay grade, a little above my talent level. Would love to be as this one someday, but it's been 4 years of trying very hard.
Wow.
And not seeing my family or anyone of my kind. I just want to see if there's something else for me out there.
Ron will do one's best to help find your kin. But perhaps we can play music together inside?
Nope.
No? Okay, no music. Babas
Nope,
don't like
but
music.
we have to help this rabbit man, and right now, what do you need? You want us to help find family. Okay, we are going to go look for your people. Everybody ready? Get your stuff together.
Okay.
Just like that.
Well,
This
if I
one's the
don't do
leader?
it, I'm going to get in trouble with Babas and Ed.
We do not want Bryn to get in trouble with Babas. Babas are very strict.
Look, people come to Babas for help. We help. But we don't have time because Vin is needing tending to, so we must help. Vin is our friend, you see. She's not feeling so well.
Oh, I wish her the best.
Thank you.
Okay, so
She's
listen, when
very
was the
dear to
last
us.
time you seen family?
Yes, 4 years. I've been gone for 4 years traveling.
Okay, where was the last place that you left them?
I've seen them, and last time I seen them was Erisgarth. Is that what it's? Let me see.
Your family would be from the Tyrian region, so
Maybe in.
somewhere south of here.
Okay.
Since you live kind of on small kind of homesteads and stuff, so it's not that you don't know where you're going. It's more along the lines of that storm pulled you off course and you're pretty turned around.
Yeah. So yeah, it's they're from the Tyrian area. The last I saw them.
Okay. Well, you just need to keep heading that way. Like, just keep going. You're gonna come into like forest, and then there's going to be like some hills, and then you're gonna go over the hills, and then there's a lake, and then after the lake, that's where you're going to be.
Okay. Oh, okay. That sounds pretty easy. I will be on my way then.
Yep. Just do not get eaten by wolves or giant badgers or rocks or whatever it is that destroyed Ron's village, and you'll be okay.
Maybe we should accompany this one, just in case. There is a rock flying around, remember? It's very dangerous.
True, but it's kind of like far to get to Tyrian
And
region.
rocks love rabbits.
We
You
can
would
see you
know,
as
Bryn,
far as
That the Tyrian region is not just where the marker is, it's this whole big area. That whole north side of the continent, like that's all frontier. That's the Tyrian
so
region.
we're in it. We're in it.
Mm-hmm. The whole area is. It's basically the frontier.
Oh, his family could be literally
Could be
anywhere.
anywhere.
Do you know the
This is
city of
hard
Aramore?
Problem.
Maybe Bigwin will know.
It was a quaint area in the Tyrian area. I don't know if they stayed there. They were nomadic. They may have moved since.
Well, what do you think, Bryn?
Don't really know where to find. It's sort of like looking for a rabbit in a haystack. You know that saying?
Oh.
Ron was not aware rabbits like haystacks.
Yeah, I think they just like burrow in there.
Is this true? Barnaby?
Oh, a haystack is fine. It's if you need a place to stay, but it's I just sleep in a normal bed most times.
Yes, he is like normal, Bryn.
Oh, okay. It doesn't look very normal to me.
What does Baba say?
I'm sorry, what did you need? Have you not helped this person yet?
Well, he's looking for his family, but there's no way we can help him find his family.
Pardon me, Herrengon, rabbit folk. What is your name?
They call me Barnaby, Gray Fox.
Pardon
Oh,
me.
you're called Gray Fox. You're a rabbit, not fox.
Ah,
Bryn?
see, yes,
Oh, sorry, ma'am.
Pardon me, where did you live?
in the Tyrian area, south of here, I believe.
I see. Have you been there yet? Or did the storm push you off course?
I believe I made my way here because of the storm, indeed.
Well,
I've not been there.
perhaps you all look there first. This is not hard.
Oh yeah, we could. We could escort you there. I'm sorry, I misunderstood. I thought, we could take you there. If you want a little help, there are rocks in the area, and you are a tasty-looking rabbit. They could just like swoop right down and eat you in one gobble.
You have rocks that fly here?
Yeah.
Oh, great big giant bird.
Oh.
Biggest
see,
you've
I see.
ever seen.
Oh, I've heard of those. No. They would pick up Barnaby in a splash.
Mm-hmm.
So, Bryn, is Baba Sveta kind of talking to you in her normal tone of just being very quick and no nonsense and very short with you. She kind of walks up and just puts her hand on your shoulder and she says, "Be careful."
Okay, we will. And you will take care of Bin for when we return?
I will take care of things here, and Baba Preslava will take care of Vin and try and help her.
Okay, thank you, Baba. We will return. One moment, little rabbit man. We are just going to grab our things, and then we will hit the road and find you your family.
I appreciate your help. It's quite a surprise to have such kind people join me. I appreciate it.
When you came out, this is like sort of a thing. This is sort of like a little hidden cottage in the woods, and people that find it, we have to help them because it's like, you don't know where you are. You don't know anything about the Babas. No one in the village told you. Oh, don't go there. They're witches. That sort of thing. I'm saying it like really whispering so the Baba doesn't hear me.
No, I've been always told to stay away from this area, but I am desperate to find any.
Well, you see, it's a thing. People show up at the gate, they ask for help, and we help. Usually there is a price, but I think Baba just wants to get me out of the house, so I think for you, no price.
All right.
Maybe if we find Rabbit family, they can give us like some cake or something.
There was a poster up front. I pulled the tab that had a number on it. Is this yours that you post for adventurers?
I look at the poster. I'm like, I don't know, unless someone in town might be playing prank.
Ah.
But it's okay. We shall help you.
Yeah, we help. And I guess we'll go inside and get like our gear. Since we were just eating breakfast, we probably don't have like our armor on, so we'll like get all
Yes.
decked out.
It's very cold.
Valken eats with his armor on.
To be fair, Valken's also always eating, so.
So,
And my
you
clothes
all-
are my armor.
You all collect your things and gather your belongings and head out into the wilderness to help Mr. Gray Fox find his family and get back to his homestead. So as you imagine, it's sort of a tough going. It's cold outside, but not cold enough to where you are in trouble at the moment. But one thing I would like one of you all to do is make a survival check for me.
Oh no, we never done this without Vin.
Just one of us or all of us?
It would just be one.
Who Ron can try?
It is, the sun is shining, so you would have advantage. You can see where you are, so you have advantage on the roll.
Oh.
It's not stormy or anything like that.
Oh, 19.
A 19. Okay. So you can kind of make your way through the forest here. It's pretty snowy. You're not exactly familiar, but you're at least in the area of where you're from. You're going a little bit the different direction, but you're at least somewhat familiar with the area. And as Barnaby is guiding you all towards where his homestead was last, I would like one of you all to just roll me a d10. It can be anybody.
Let our guest Erok do it today.
Yeah, let me find a D10 here. So I'm used to using robotic dice. 1 second here.
Mac calls it the spaceship.
The spaceship, yeah.
The spaceship. Oh, that's probably this thing. Oh yeah, 0 to 10.
Yep, that's the one.
All right, we can do this. Here we go.
It does look kind of like something you'd see in No Man's Sky.
Here we go. We got a 1.
A 1.
Natural
Okay.
1.
So as you were moving along in the forest, you happen to see a sort of a rare sight. It appeared to be a mammoth that had either passed naturally or had been hunted by carnivores. And as you see, it's long past most of the meat being picked off of the bone. And just something notable in this day travel that there must be something.
I don't think this is a. I don't think Malcolm would have seen anything like this before. Bryn,
Oh yeah,
what the hell is that?
that is a dead carcass.
Yeah, what was it?
Oh, looks like it was an unfortunate mammoth.
Just creatures that big out here.
That one looks like a small one.
This is small. Wow.
Small.
Like maybe it is like a little weak one from tribe. You know what type of these where you're from? You know, big mammoths. Real delicious. You can make burgers, grill it right up. You know, steaks.
You know, there's tons of giant creatures around Falshire. Yeah, I think. No, there's nothing like this down there. Are you crazy?
Oh, what? I don't know. It's normal. Oh, just wait till you see giant
So what?
moose.
Giant birds,
They're very
giant
large.
whatever this is.
Well, there's also these things. They're like bears. Have you ever seen polar bear?
I've seen a bear.
Have you ever seen a polar bear? Do you know what the polar bear is? Okay, it's like a bear, but it's like twice that size, and it's all white.
Good. I would
But
expect nothing less.
There's
I guess.
another bear that's twice the size of that bear, and that is dire bear. Don't
Wow.
mess with dire bear. That is saying we have.
How far have
Don't
we
mess
traveled
with
away
dire
from the
bear.
Baba's house now?
This is like the first day of your travel, so you're like a few hours in. It's a little more slow going since you're in a forest and it's kind of heavy snow on the
After
ground.
learning
but-
all this, Falcon's like dragging his feet behind everyone, and he's seriously contemplating turning around, going back to the Babas.
You've been going a good 5 hours or so.
Yeah, he's just got a pensive look on his face as he's dragging his feet along.
Have dire bears made their way here?
This for south?
Yes.
Well, yeah, every now and then you see one. Pretty rare, though. They like to just eat things bigger than us. We're not much food for them. You especially not. You're sort of like snack.
I would not like to be a snack for a dire bear. We should avoid those. Yes, yes.
Oh, yes, most definitely.
Yes. But really, dire bear is not a problem. They're usually hibernating. Wait, is it? It's like October kind of equivalent.
So normally in down south you would be kind of entering into autumn, whereas up here it's cold.
They might be already hibernating. Really, if you don't go into cave, you're not gonna run into a dire bear. So if you see a giant cave and it smells sort of like something's living in there, don't go inside.
Did we pass the mammoth already?
You
I was
can be
curious if
there
we
if you
could-
want, or you can
I was
not be there
curious
anymore.
if we could suss out what maybe its causes of death were. Did it get mauled, or was it just? Did it look like it just? Did it die from old age, or
Well,
Who
you
knows?
are welcome to make a medicine check if you'd like.
medicine? Okay, that's all right. We'll do that. So, medicine check would be 12 plus 3, so 15.
All right. With a 15, as you're kind of approaching just the mammoth, it appears to be a few days old, at most a couple days or so, more likely. And you see what appears to be large sort of like claw marks, bite marks. You're not exactly for sure what kind of animal or beast would have done this, but it was definitely something that was brave enough to take a mammoth down.
Sure. Should we need to rest, we could cut this open and hide inside and keep warm.
Oh, that would smell very bad.
Oh,
Oh, Ron would not recommend.
well,
Yeah, I think
okay.
I'll pass.
It does look like this
not-
mammoth was clawed to death here by some
Oh.
other creature.
Okay, well maybe there is dire bear. We should watch out. Hopefully it is just like a normal bear, like a grizzly bear. That'd be fine. If it's polar bear or dire bear, I think there's like dragony things out here too sometimes.
Dragons.
No, not dragons. Like what's the little ones called?
Oh, drakes,
Little
wyverns,
Yeah, little dragons.
kobolds.
Well, yeah, but kobolds are sort of like everywhere. They're sort of like rodents. You can't really get rid of them. They just go
Yeah.
wherever they want.
Ron misses Meep. Meep was fun.
Wow, I hope Meep didn't hear
It
that.
was very fun.
I know, right? Cover your ears, Meep.
So as you you continue traveling, since you've kind of gotten your bearings with the help of Ron kind of directing you think that maybe another half day or so, if the weather's right, you'd probably find the area what you're looking for. But it is getting dark and you need to find some place to camp.
Okay, we are going to look for camp. Who wants to find a good spot? Remember, no caves.
On the storm,
caves.
then we have to do cave.
Well, we will see about this. Maybe small cave.
Got a 12 survival.
Okay, so in this particular instance, you need to either weigh, do you want to stay out of sight or do you want to stay dry and warm?
Dry and warm.
Dry and
Dry
warm.
and
Okay, you
warm.
find a nice spot that's kind of more of a rise in the rolling hills as opposed to a depression to kind of keep you out of the snow and get some nice tree cover over you. So you find a decent place to camp. You're not like super exposed, but if someone was looking, it wouldn't be hard to find where you were. But easy enough, you can set up camp there. And that is a good question for you all that you posed to me. In this weather and in this forest, it's up to you all if you'd like to bring your horses or not. They're not going to give you any benefit of speed since this is pretty much difficult terrain, and you are going to have to worry about them and the weather. Except for Ron. Your mount is magical and doesn't care about any of that stuff.
Oh, dang.
Yay!
So it is easy to say you left your mounts with the babas and stabled them there. If you'd like.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't want to be the only one with the mount. I miss Elkie though.
Yeah, if they're not going to help us get through the woods easily, then
yeah, up to you. You can. Elkie's not gonna care about any of the elements, so he's magical. So you can bring him or leave him, or you got your spells. You can do whatever you want.
I'll leave Elkie.
Yeah. So as you're trudging through the kind of wilderness here, and you find a nice place to camp. I need some watches. Since you are out in the wilderness, and typically the way we do this, Yurok, is we have 2 watches and half, so people can RP if they want to with somebody else, and makes it a little easier. So, who would like the first watch?
I can be on first. There's some things I want to do.
don't you have dark vision though?
Wait, is it not nighttime?
It'll be nighttime in both of them.
Oh, well, okay. Then never mind. I just don't have dark
Yeah.
vision, so I'm useless.
I
mean,
don't
either
think
way,
Ron does either, but I'll take first watch with Valkan.
I would like you both to make some perception rolls for me. Ron, you'd be disadvantaged. It's dark.
Okay. Then I'll roll my tiny d20.
That's your disadvantage one?
Yep.
You have a giant one for advantage?
Yes, I got a big one,
Oh, yeah, you do have the big
and then
one.
I got the normal one, and then I got the baby one.
Oh,
That's
jeez.
amazing.
Disadvantage. So that is the tiny one.
I got a 9, by the way.
9. You rolled straight roll, right? For Valken? Okay.
15.
15 with disadvantage. Nice. So you're trying to stay as warm as you can beside the fire. You see Bryn, and then your new friend, Mr. Gray Fox, kind of finding some rest here in the.
You see him sleeping. His one of his paws is just like kicking away, like a dog does in its sleep. Sometimes just kicking away.
So
You know, he's having a dream.
So as you're kind of listening, and it gets towards the deep into the night, Ron, you hear some just sounds amongst the flora, or amongst, I guess flora doesn't really make sounds. That'd be a scary thing. The fauna. Sorry. But
Feed me, Seymour.
you hear just this typical woodland creatures at night. But you also hear something in the distance, and it starts almost very low and almost guttural, and then raises to like a higher register. It sounds just something kind of like in the distance, just. You hear it off
Can
in
I
the
roll
distance.
a nature?
Sure.
Sounds like a bird.
Ron notices
Yeah,
this,
birds
but
isn't a good thing.
Oh,
or are we
Valkan,
both do?
do you hear this?
Nature is intelligence, so 11.
11. Doesn't sound like a bird, despite my best efforts. It sounds like some sort of
Snow baboons.
beast or something. It's a very odd sound that you're not necessarily familiar with, but you can't really place it. Maybe best you can get is maybe mammal or something. You're not entirely for sure though. It seems very strange to you.
Valkan, do you hear this?
yeah, I'm not sure.
It
Once
is
he
like
points it out, you can hear it.
that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, I heard it's slightly.
Like
I'm
what?
not familiar with the area, so I don't know what it is, and I guess we just be wary.
Okay, Ron here is in this direction, so maybe keep eye and ears out. I don't think we need to wake everyone if it is just animal.
I trust you. In the meantime, I'm gonna have a look at this belt that I got.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and as you are as he's kind of studying his newly acquired belt, you hear these whoop, just in the distance, and it's slowly fading away, like they're moving away from you at this point. More towards the south to southeast area.
So how does it work with this? I'm assuming this is an item I have to attune.
With the item, you would have been able to attune to it since you got it on the ship and you spent like 3 days over water. Like, there's plenty of time if you want to attune to it.
Okay.
Which I believe at the end of the last episode, you found out that it was
Dragon hide.
a dragon hide belt +2.
All right, so I can go ahead and equip it, or
Yeah. Attune to it, you're good. Plenty of time has passed.
okay,
You can just find that on D&D Beyond.
got it.
No,
two.
nothing special about it. Anything else you'd like to do before second watch?
Ron wants to train Mimi to turn into a little jewelry box.
Okay. Make me animal handling check.
Oh, snap.
I like the sound effects.
Ooh, 17.
The sound
17.
Of it for you.
So as you are training Mimi in the dead of night by the campfire, and you kind of are coaxing her with food, trying to describe to her what to do, she's getting the hang of it. It's a success. So it's not quite, it wouldn't pass a more active sort of look, but in passing, maybe it might seem like a poorly made jewelry box. At least it's like it has hints of jewelry box and not just a malformed weird amalgamation of things.
Like she was before.
And lucky for you, that Barnaby is asleep. He hasn't
Yes.
seen this happen.
That's why I did it.
Okay. And the rest of your watch goes just fine. And it is Bryn and Barnaby's turn. I need you both to make me a perception checks. This will be with disadvantage since it's dark and y'all don't got dark vision. I can't believe I'm running a game where
Oh.
only one person in each episode has dark vision.
Okay.
It seems
So-
crazy.
Perception with disadvantage? Does that mean roll twice and take the worst one?
Yep.
Is that how- okay. So 17.
Unfortunately.
So this is
This is
9
perception?
plus
Hmm.
9 plus 5. So 14.
4.
Okay. With a 4, you're just enjoying the fire, and it's been a while since you've been up north, so the cold's kind of getting to you a little bit. Even though you grew up here, you've been away for a little bit, and you're like, I forgot how damn cold it was up here, and just trying to keep your hands warm.
Also,
stay.
like, really distracted because there's a cute bunny next to me.
Barnaby, as you're kind of keyed in, and you've been away for a little while, probably not as long as Bryn. You're kind of keyed in and just kind of trying to be aware of anything that may be out here, as they mentioned giant flying rocks or giant birds, and other creatures like dire bears. But as you listen, you don't hear anything. Their watch seems to go by just fine. The noises that Ron heard completely out of your earshot at this point.
So during our watch, I tell Bryn, since she asked why we're in town, the name Gray Fox. See, this is great that it's just you, and I hope you can keep this amongst yourself. My family name was not Gray Fox. We changed our name
Oh,
for
some sort of
anonymity. Like, yes. Well, see, the real surname is Fufu,
Oh,
and many have ridiculed our family for years with
is
our
it like
name.
the old children's song? Fufu.
See, this I should not have told you this. I should have kept this to myself.
Funny Fufu hopping through
No,
forest,
it's
scooping
not.
up field mice. Yes?
Yes, they do bop them. Yes,
Bopping
yes.
on it. Oh my god, yes, yes, it is like a children's rhyme. I'm sorry, I won't say anything to anyone.
Yes, please, if you could be so kind to keep that amongst us.
I will keep secret.
Maybe not ask about
No,
Gray Fox name.
I will not ask again. If you had picked a different name, like a gray rabbit, no one would ask. I'm just trying to help. I just try to help.
It would make sense, I suppose.
Okay. You all get the benefit of a long rest. Not that you needed it just now, but you feel pretty well rested. Nothing happened in the night, and you continue onward towards your destination. Need someone to roll me a d10.
All right. How about a 9?
9.
5 rocks descend on you at one time.
You as you're growing kind of closer to the south and heading more to the southeast, you just see what appears to be almost like a cairn of stones, except it forms an arch, just made of stone, covered in snow. It seems to be just in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, this seems very strange, but nice.
How do you think they did it?
Yeah, how does people build out here, Bryn?
How do people build out here the same way they build anywhere? What do you mean?
But why would they build archway with nothing around?
I don't know. Do I know?
More time. It's just.
Do I know what this is?
You could make a history check for me.
Well, yeah, that was a lot better than the last
And
roll.
any of you could, if you're curious about
16. 16.
this. 16.
You know Bryn likes history. She reads lots of the boring books.
There are stories of sort of old stone archways that have been around for just a century or even more, typically placed by wood elves in this region.
Oh, these are rumored to have been placed by wood elves. It is very mystical, ancient lore.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah, some say that if you walk through the archway under full moon on solstice, you will get transported back in time.
Can I do it? Is she blowing smoke out her ass? Can I insight check her?
Sure, you can. Ron, you can roll a history check on this too, since you're sort of from this region.
All right.
How can, when he heard wood elf, it piqued his interest, but then Bryn says something like that and he's like, okay.
Do I have points in history? No. So 15.
Pretty similar to Bryn. It's sort of an old structure made by wood elves that maybe guides their way. Not exactly sure, but every once in a while you can see them just kind of out in the middle of nowhere. Falcon, what'd you roll for your insight?
14.
14.
Do you need me to roll deception?
If you wanted to see them, you sure can.
17.
Oh.
It's hard to read. She's pretty matter of fact most of the time, so it's pretty out of character for Bryn to do something like that, maybe, especially up here.
Sounds a little weird.
How far?
right?
How far is it from us?
know.
Are we actually like walking past it as we're on the road?
It's you could easily get you to it. There's no road out here. You're just tromping out in the woods. There may be trails at best if you can find game trails, but it's 50 feet from you, just kind of sitting there.
Ron's gonna walk through it.
Okay, and you walk through it.
Yeah.
As you kind of walk through, you feel kind of something happened. Just a small piece of some sort of magic. Not sure if it's arcane, divine, or otherwise. But as you walk through this, you sort of seem more focused on your surroundings, and you're picking up things more easily than you normally would. You have an advantage on your perception checks for the next hour.
Oh.
Ah.
Ooh.
oh, it's okay. No problem.
Yeah, I said it had to be full moon and solstice. That's when you time travel.
Oh, okay.
Right now is just normal time. Probably does nothing, but I'm not going to check.
Well, nothing happened to Ron, but Ron felt something. Ron thinks.
You did?
Maybe in Ron's mind.
Maybe you're just hungry. Was it like a little grumbly in your tummy?
Maybe?
Yeah, maybe we should take a break for lunch.
Okay.
So while you're taking a break, Ron, especially with your advantage on your passive
So cool.
perception, and Valken with your passive perception, as well as Gray Fox, you all have some really
ridiculous.
nice passive perceptions. You hear,
Those
just
ears.
in the opposite direction. It seems like someone like whimpering or crying in the distance, and then you hear sort of some yelling, but you can't really make out what they're saying. You just hear some whimpering.
Oh, do you hear that?
A couple hundred
Yeah.
feet from you, maybe.
Someone is crying. We should see if they need help.
There's distress. Could be trap, could be good.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
go very maybe
Slow.
stealthy.
How
Okay.
often
Or
are there other
slow.
people out here?
People? Oh, never. This is like people don't even really make it out to the Babas that often unless they are very brave or stupid.
So
Or
could this
lost.
be some type of trap?
I mean, I don't know why you'd set a trap if you don't even expect other people to be out here, right?
Oh yeah.
I go out in these woods all the time as little kid. You know, I was like 7 years old. I go hunting by myself. I have no problem.
I don't know. We're in a land where giant bears exist. There could be
Yeah, well,
all
bears
manner
don't
of
set
things trying to
traps
kill
if I
us.
Can.
Make an insight check for me, Falcon. If you
Okay.
seem concerned.
It's not very good.
See, trying to do insight on me. I'm being honest, aren't
No, not on you.
I'm not
I
being
rolled a
honest.
7.
7. So as you're kind of
not
trying
for
to
me.
listen to this sound, it doesn't sound. It sounds like someone crying or whimpering in the distance.
Well, if you really want to go check it out, I guess we can go.
Might
Oh
as
yes.
well.
We have to.
We must. Yes.
I would advise everybody be as cautious as possible.
When you
Okay.
stay in the back, you're kind of loud.
So you make your way
No offense.
in that direction, looking, and just trying, and you just keep hearing this kind of whimpering. Every once in a while, you just hear just slow, just like, and then you hear someone cry out,
Is it sandwich?
"Someone, please help me! Someone, please help me!"
Nope.
I do an
I'm getting
insight
bad
check on that?
vibes.
Sure.
Ron wants insight. Or I'll help you insight.
Okay.
Goggins got all the bad vibes right now.
No, it's not good. 8.
Yep. And as you're kind of drawing closer and
I'm
listening,
readying my sword.
what was Ron's roll?
He
20.
helped me.
I assisted.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So as you're kind of getting closer, it sounds like a young woman or a little girl just saying over and over to please help her.
Why would a little girl be alone in woods?
How far away would we be right about now?
To be able to pick this up audibly, you're maybe 60 or 70 feet or so. There's a lot of brush here.
Like Briar?
Yeah. I'm assuming you all weren't trying to be stealthy about it.
We were trying.
Go ahead and make
We
me
were
some
trying,
stealth rolls.
but
All right.
All right. Stealth
Little
rolls.
tiny dice.
not one.
Oh shit. 2.
Ooh, that's
all
a
right, all right.
disadvantage
Someone-
too.
Please help me.
15.
17 plus 9.
Ooh.
Okay.
wee.
I failed.
Despite Valken's decent stealth and Barnaby's spectacular stealth, you've got some people in heavy armor tromping through the briars in the woods trying to get to this person. Ooh, is that a dice cam?
Dice cam.
Yeah, check it out. Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Fancy.
Wow. So as you're kind of
Yeah, putting
getting
us to shame here. We gotta get dice
closer to this sound, Barnaby, you're the first to spot, and you're to the point where you hear Bryn kind of crunch on a branch as Ron is sort of trying his best to not step on some leaves, which in turn steps on another leaf to try and avoid that one, makes some crunching noises. And you see something that you have never before laid eyes upon. This sort of creature is walking on all fours. Its head looks like a giant badger or something along the lines. It's got the legs of a deer. There are hooves on the bottom of these slender legs, the body of a hyena of sorts. And you see its mouth just sort of drooling with this disgusting ichor that once you get closer and the wind blows in your direction, it just smells awful. And as you catch up and see this, you see this creature open its mouth and out comes, "Someone, please help me." in exactly the same tone that you heard before.
Nope.
Flanked to its left and right. You pick up what you thought was whimpering. Giant hyenas. And on their backs are creatures that you would know, Ron, as well as Bryn being from this region, are gnolls. And they are on patrol. I would like
First creature
for you.
isn't a gnoll, or it is?
It is something grotesque, completely different. If you'd like, you could roll a history check.
Yeah.
Maybe. But for now, while you're doing that, I would like for all of you to roll initiative. Because as you've seen them, they now see you.
Good.
Question. Are these like
Don't listen to Valken.
gnolls because it's the north?
What's that?
Do these gnolls have like kind of white fur since they live
do.
up in
They're
the...
white, but they're spotted, more accustomed to the northern environment here. And give me a second, and I will get your rolls from you all. So first things first is Bryn, what did you roll?
16 initiative.
Need 16 for your initiative. I'll get your roll here in a second. And one moment, please.
You wanted my history roll?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I had the placeholder name for Enoch's character. What did Barnaby roll?
24.
24. Ron, what did you roll?
14.
14.
I'm playing rabbit folk next.
Falcon, what did you roll?
Falcon was suspicious and ready. Already had a sword out, so he rolled a 24.
24 as well. Which one of you has the higher dex? Let me see, and they will go first, unless you have a choice. Falcon's 19. I think that you beat out Barnaby.
16 for Dex.
So we will say Falcon is going to go first. And I will move you all to the map and let you know what you see here before you, and for the people at home as well. What was your history roll, Bryn?
It was a 14. No, I'm sorry, a 15.
A 15. Okay. So as you're trying to think back and just like, what is this creature? You start reading or looking back into the idea of like gnolls and sort of their demonic beginnings, and those things, and it pops into your mind. This is something known as a lucrata. And this is a sort of spawn from the being that gnolls worship. And it is of a sort of demonic origin. It doesn't belong on this plane. It's not natural.
Okay. Do I have a chance to just say that thing is not natural before we...
If anybody lays eyes on this thing, it's definitely apparent that it's not natural.
Okay.
I'll post a picture for you guys.
But you
Everyone's
know
like,
that they typically do, on rare occasions, will roll around with gnolls, and they're seen as sort of a blessing. More powerful than your average gnoll. All right. Valken, you are first. What do you do?
And so we noticed them spot us, right?
Oh, they noticed them, and you, and they noticed you as well.
Well, I already have my sword in hand. I just look back at everyone and be like, maybe next time we listen to me. And then I'm just gonna step forward a few steps and take a dodge action.
Okay.
Just kind of like put myself in between everyone else and them.
All right. Val, can you take the dodge action? Remind me of that, because I'll literally forget it in 2 seconds for some reason.
Okay.
Mr. Grey Fox.
Yes.
Is that your character? Look at him.
He's been tapping his foot a little bit in a nervousness, getting into a fight with these things I don't think he's run across before. So yeah, let's we're gonna do some He lifts up his arms like this, and he's casting spells so we don't die. Here's bardic inspiration, and he aims over at Ron.
Nice.
And casts bardic inspiration.
All right.
And then I don't think I have line of sight to see, right?
You do have line of sight. They're the closest is about 55 feet away from you.
Okay.
They're gonna have, depending on what you do, they may have some partial cover with a ranged weapon because there's sort of trees and branches and things in the way.
Okay, like just all right. Let me do that. We're gonna do. I'm gonna cast sleep.
Okay.
That's 90-foot range.
All right. 90 feet, and then let me see here on the area.
Yeah, what do we need to do for that? Let's see.
What level are you casting sleep at?
Oh, that's a thing too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do second level.
Second level, and that is a 20-foot sphere. So you roll 7d8 for the total amount of HP. And where do you want to center this? You can just click and hold on the map where you want your sphere to be here.
How do I?
Which I think you can probably get all of them if you want in that area.
Like right in the middle of. I don't know.
If you just hold down left click, it'll trigger
It'll
like
do
a ping.
Oh, there we go. It's right in the middle there.
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, it's a 20 feet radius. Yeah, you can easily get all of them.
Yeah, it's 20-foot radius. And what'd you say I had to do for that? Is it
roll 7d8s and let me know what the total number is?
Oh, geez. All right, let me. All right, let's get it going. There's 4. 1, 2, 4. Anybody keeping track of this?
Oh, I'm
1, 2,
sure not.
4.
You should.
1, 2, 4.
What is it? 4, 2, 1, 4.
So you're at 7.
You're at 11. You rolled a 4 first.
Oh,
I'll help you.
yep.
So 4, 2, 1, and 4.
All right, so we're at 11.
3 more.
12.
What was the last one you rolled? Or just tell me the total. You can figure it out.
1. Yeah, and then 7 for 19 total.
Hmm?
And then a 1, so 20.
20 total. Okay, let's take a look here. So as you cast your spell into this group with a 20, your spell does take hold, and you see that this knoll here sort of eyes get heavy and close and doze off and slides off of its hyena into the snow here. They're asleep.
Nice.
All right. Anything else you want to do? I think that's, unless you want to move, that may be it.
Yeah, I think that's about it. I'll just kind of hang here till we start moving forward as a group, I suppose.
All right. Up next is going to be this knoll. And then they hear you sort of cast a spell, see one of their friends fall off of their hyena, and then they make the signaling to the others, and then they hear as they're sort of chattering and almost like laughing to themselves.
Ooh.
And they are gonna run right up to you. Oops. I didn't do a couple extra clicks there, but they're gonna run right up to you.
So fast.
And that is going to be their action for the turn. So they get to you. Bryn.
I'm going to come up to here. but I would like to. I want to throw my shield.
Okay.
Not at the one in front of me if possible. I want to throw it straight to line up with these three, the big one and the guy on his back.
Yeah, so a nice line
Can I
there.
get those three right there? Yeah, so it'll hit hopefully one of them. And I'm going to use catapult and just Captain America that shield right at him.
Gotcha. Okay. What do they need to make? Is it dex saves? And what's my DC?
So their DC is 15.
15 dex save. Okay, so first will be the
Thank
Lucrata.
you to my fancy new tiara thing.
Yeah. The Lucrata saves. Up next is going to be the giant hyena. They fail. So roll your damage.
Nice.
As you run up and throw your shield, the Lucrata just sort of dodges out of the way and snarls at you, and you can see.
I cast it second level too, by the way. So it's,
Okay. Let me know that before.
Sorry,
you
I
can.
forgot to say it.
You notice that this Lucrata has literal like black ichor coming from its mouth. It's not drooling. It's just this disgusting, smelly looking ichor.
So it's 4d8 bludgeoning.
Yep. Roll your damage.
$21 damage.
21 damage. So you put a hurting on this hyena.
Just wanted to start this off.
And this shield just slams right into just underneath its mouth, up in kind of the chest area. And you hear this kind of coming out as it almost knocks the wind out of it. Are you going to return your shield?
Yeah, I'm gonna bonus action, and the shield swings back.
All right. Up next is going to be that hyena's rider. He's sort of trying to gain control as the hyena took quite a blow. And they are going to loose an arrow at you. Well, a few. A 12 doesn't hit. And then I believe a 14 doesn't hit you either. So they take 2 shots with a longbow on the back of this hyena, but aren't able to hit you. Up next, similar to what happened to the others, this one is going to take a bit of a different route. They use their action and then their movement to get in the back ranks. That is their turn for now. And you see they're sort of snarling at you, and this particular knoll has what appears to be like just sort of weird markings all over their body, and they're holding just long blades, and there's snarling at you. Ron.
Ron's gonna hammer away. I'm gonna use Barnaby's Bardic Inspiration
Okay.
to swing with the hammer. Thank goodness that I did. Does a 20 hit?
Oh yeah. 20 definitely hits.
All right, Ron's gonna smite.
Okay. Smite away.
All right, so boom, 10, 15, 20 damage.
20 damage. As you take your weapon and you just sort of thrust your new mace into this creature, and the radiant energy sort of explodes from it, and then destroys it.
Ooh, okay.
This knoll is dead.
I will protect you, Barnaby.
All right. Anything else you'd like to do?
With that, then I will move up 30 feet, 5, 10, 15, 20. Or actually, I'll just move here, 25.
Okay. Up next, this hyena is going to move forward. Sort of move this way, and then use their movement to dash as their rider's sort of directing them in the direction to go. And then this one sort of looks back at its rider, and you hear it just sort of almost like laughing at it, but more communicating, and they run up to you all here in the branches, and then gonna try and take a bite. Move here. Out of Valken.
Dodge action, remember?
Yes. Unlucky they missed because of that, so it reaches out and tries to bite you, but you dodge out of the way. Up next is the Lucrata. This sort of nasty looking creature.
You said it smells even from this far back.
It is an awful odorous stench as it runs up to you, Bryn. And it is going to try and bite you first.
Close.
And then it's going to be a 19.
That's my AC.
Okay. You take 10 piercing damage.
Okay.
And it is going to use its hooves to attack a second time.
Is it attacking me?
Yeah, that was almost a crit, but it's an 18.
Oh.
Boy.
And so it misses you. And then it uses its action, or sorry, its bonus action to disengage from you
Rude.
as it kicks you with its hooves. Next, the sleeping gnoll. I think that they're just asleep. There's no save unless someone wakes them up, right?
I believe that's correct.
Valken,
Good.
you got big hyena friends all around you.
Yeah. Well, since that big one is trying to bite my face off, I think I'll go ahead and attack that one. So,
Go for it.
Here we go. Yeah, that's 16 plus 8.
That definitely hits.
All right. My dice here. Okay. Damage on that is 9, and then I would like to spend a key point
Uh-huh.
to do stunning strike.
Stunning strike.
And the DC on that should be now 16. Or sorry,
They
14.
fail. They rolled a 2.
Okay. Because of the belt, I get a +2 on
Yeah.
DC.
Yeah.
So the big hyena's stunned now.
He doesn't know what's going on. Anything else you'd like to do?
Yeah, since it's stunned, I'm gonna slice at it again.
You got advantage.
Uh-huh. Okay. 16 plus 8.
That definitely hits.
Damage on that is 8.
All right.
And then
Definitely
while
putting
we're-
some good hits on it.
While we're at it, I'm gonna go ahead and spend another key point to do flurry of blows.
Okay. Unk shit.
Yeah. I need to put it down. I think that first attack misses. That's 11.
You missed their AC by 1.
Okay.
Looking for 12.
Jeez.
All right, that's better. 8, or sorry, 7, and 14.
Yeah, roll your damage.
And damage on that is 9.
Okay, it's looking pretty rough. I can't do anything about it because it's stunned, but it's looking really rough.
Okay.
Gray Fox.
Okay. So just to get these symbols right, this one right by me is down, dead.
Dead.
Okay.
Dead,
That's the
dead.
skull. Got it. So then this here is a gnoll.
Stunned giant hyena.
Hyena.
Mm-hmm.
Is,
And then
is
this
this a
gnoll's
creature
asleep.
here? I'm having trouble scrolling down on this app. I don't know how to navigate this.
You just use your mouse wheel
right
to scroll in.
Right click to move the map around. Oh,
Right
gosh,
click
thank you.
moves and then mouse wheel scrolls. That's a null. Here.
Okay. So there is a gnoll there. Was it Bryn that took damage?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to move right up. How do I move my character? I should be able to move here, right? How much
click and
space are
drag.
these squares?
5 feet.
So yeah, I should be able to move here.
So You can use WASD or you can click and drag.
Okay. I want to cast level 1 Cure Wounds on Bryn.
Aw, thanks.
There you go.
Yeah.
And that's 1d8 plus 4. So what? 1d8.
Ooh.
1d8. That's this one. All right, here we go.
The double pyramid, as Mac would say.
It's a okay.
Yeah.
A 5 and then plus 4.
Yep, so 9.
For 9? That's amazing. That actually almost heals me completely.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you'd like to do?
Oh, let's see. So bonus action. Casting spells to help these guys. Bardic Inspiration. I'll cast it again on Valken.
Falcon, you feel inspired.
Okay, what happens with that?
On your turn, we'll let you know. You can
Okay.
use it to
You guys
increase your
listen
die
to
roll and
rabbits?
some other stuff.
This little rabbit just touched me with his soft rabbit paw, and I feel amazing.
This Knoll sees you come in, Barnaby, and he's gonna swing at you
Disadvantage.
at disadvantage.
I'm gonna raise my shield up in front of him.
Oh, okay. So at disadvantage, does a 15 hit?
Onto me, a 15. My
I think
AC is
it does.
15.
Yeah.
I think that hits.
Dang, I
Yep.
tried, Barnaby.
It was close. The
I
other one
tried.
was a lot higher. So you take 4 piercing damage.
Okay.
It's going to swing at you again. This time it tried to bite you. Now it's going to swing at you with those blades it's holding in your hands. The next one is a 22. So you take 8 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then it's going to swing at you a third time. Almost going into a frenzy as it's biting and slashing you. But the third one misses you.
All right.
All right. Bryn, what do you do?
Okay, I'm going to take my javelin. I'm gonna stab this one right in front of me.
Okay.
Since it just hurt my friend Barnaby. And I'm going to... Let's see if I hit it. Oh yeah, an 18 plus
That definitely hits.
6. Should hit. Gonna take 6 damage. And
6 damage.
a wound.
Gotcha.
And I'm gonna do my second attack.
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
Right? I have that, right?
You do. You got one of those?
I have one of those? Okay. I play too many different characters in D&D simultaneously for my own good, I think. Okay. Let's see. Okay. 17?
17 hits.
Nice. And that's going to be another 7 damage, but no additional.
All right. He's looking pretty rough, too. This Knoll is going to fire some arrows at you, Bryn, from their bow. First one does not hit. The second one also does not hit. I think a 17 misses you.
Correct. That misses.
All right. So you see them fire 2 arrows, and then they instruct their hyena to move forward. And the hyena is going to rush off for what appears to be at least 100 feet and off of the map.
Uh-oh.
As it looks like they've had
none
enough.
of us can catch up with that.
Hyenas are pretty quick. Ron.
Ron's gonna smash and swing his mace over to the hyena.
You got advantage.
Slam away. Ho, excellent. Oh, mega hit then. 26.
Mega hit. Roll your mega damage.
Yeah.
Ron's gonna mega smite.
All right.
Let's see, 7 plus, so 15 damage.
Right. And you take your mace and slam down, and radiant energy explodes, and it's on its last legs. It's barely standing at this point. It's stunned. It's bleeding profusely into the snow.
Good swing.
All right.
Oh, damn. They both sucked. 11?
Barely missing. You to 12.
Ah. Then I'm Liffin.
All right. That hyena was acting as a not independent anymore, so they're gone. This hyena is stunned until the end of your next turn, right?
For me?
Yeah.
I think so. I think, does it have to roll to be unstunned, or is it just unstunned?
I think it's the end of your next turn, if I remember correctly.
I don't know. I forget the. You're probably right.
Yep, stunned until the end of your next turn. If it fails, it's saving throw. So yeah, stunned. And then up next is the Lucrata, and you hear this just guttural. And
I don't like that.
it is going to follow in suit with the others and move at great speed off of the map. Do any of you speak? Well, let me check your character sheets here to see if you know any of these languages.
I definitely
Probably not.
don't speak it. Unless it's Orcish, I guess.
Nope, you have
Vin
no
made
idea
one.
what this thing was
Yeah,
saying. It
Vin
was obviously
probably.
communicating, but you don't know. Sleepy Null is sleepy. Valken.
Sleepy
Um,
Null.
So this creature is still stunned, or have they
Yes,
succeeded
until
to-
the end of your turn. This,
right,
the
right,
hyena
right.
is stunned.
Okay. Well, I think try and finish it off then.
All
I'm
right.
gonna slash at it with my sword.
Go for it.
Is my sword being chatty?
Not yet.
Okay.
Hmm.
Don't worry about it, E-Rock. It's nothing.
Okay.
12
Everything's
on
fine.
that.
Yep, 12 is what you need.
Damage on that is 8. And
What was the damage total?
8.
The hyena is no longer stunned because the hyena is dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
So everything else left except for this knoll in front of us.
This knoll, and there's a sleepy knoll.
Okay, I'll use my next attack on the little knoll then.
Okay.
Probably not. That's a low. 10.
10 misses.
Right. Okay, yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna do for now.
Bonus action martial arts.
Oh, right.
First one's free.
Yeah, yeah. I'm so used to using key points on everything, and gonna have that
Yeah,
one.
extra attack. It's a thing y'all got.
All right, yeah,
Some of
unarmed
you.
then. Yeah, it probably still misses. That's another. That's 10 again.
Yeah, that one definitely misses.
Yeah, he's a little squirrely.
Barnaby,
Yeah.
you've got this
Definitely.
knoll looking pretty rough in front of you.
Okay. What would it's a knoll, huh? I'm gonna cast let's see. We're gonna go with I just want to see what happens when we do this.
Okay.
I want to hear this knoll laugh like a hyena. I'm gonna cast hideous laughter.
Cautious hideous laughter on the knoll. Okay.
Yeah.
Love it.
What is your saving throw for that?
Let's see. So wisdom. It says wisdom 15. I don't know how this works.
Yep. So they need to make a DC 15 wisdom saving throw on the knoll. They roll a 17 on the die, which is a
Okay.
17.
All right. So that didn't do so well, right?
No, that you release a spell and it doesn't take hold, or it doesn't take hold of the knoll.
Okay. And let's see. So bonus action. So that was my action. What about like, can I do vicious mockery? Is that a bonus action?
I
Is it
don't
cantrip?
believe so.
No? Okay.
Nope.
I'll
For
just-
bonus action, you either can give out Bardic Inspiration, I think, or I think your character has some things to get out of danger.
Yeah, let me do. I'm gonna cast more spells to help my guys. Bardic Inspiration. We're gonna go with to Bryn.
Okay.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right. Up next is this gnoll, and they look around and see that they're the only ones standing. And they had nodded in approval almost to the creature that gave them instructions, and they are just going to swing wildly at everyone around them. So, Bryn tries to bite you, but misses. Valkyrie swings at you and misses, and then Ron swings at you and then misses. So they swing wildly, snarling, and you see just kind of just spittle coming out of their mouth and just drooling and just looking to just find some purchase on any of you all, but not able to do so. Bryn.
Okay, I can use this to add to an attack roll, right?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, and it's a D8?
A D8, I believe.
Cool. Okay. I know it's a D6 for some.
I think you can roll your
parts.
roll first and then decide, but you can't roll your
Yes.
damage first, kind of thing, or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to stab this one in front of me with my javelin. I'm gonna go ahead and use my inspiration because I want to make sure I hit.
Your Bardic Inspiration?
Oh yeah, so I can wait to use it after.
You can roll and then see if you want to use it.
Ooh. No, I don't want to use it. I don't think it's gonna get. Well, yeah, it will get me there. It will get me there.
Did you roll?
17.
That hits.
Yeah, I needed that. I actually really needed that to get to there. Okay. It's gonna be 4 damage to that guy.
Okay,
And
then
wounded.
then they take a D4.
Yeah. On their turn.
I forgot to do it previously, so that would have done it.
Oh,
They were wounded,
yeah.
they took the damage, and then how do you kill this last remaining gnoll
Ooh,
flesh gnawer
so, like,
as they
I look down
trying
into
to-
my little bunny friend with his cute little fuzzy paw, and I feel very inspired. And I just go, little bunny foo-foo, scooping up the gnolls. And then I'm just gonna stab this guy in the head. And then I go, oh, sorry. And never mind.
So Barnaby was like doing little fisticuff quick moves, and as soon as you said that, just kind of sad face, immediate, just dropped to nothing, just like.
wow, no more Bardic Inspiration for you. So as you sort
know,
of you
I
stab
ruined it.
into the
It's stuck in her head. She
the
can
neck
help
of this
it.
gnoll, and it kind of and you see blood trickle down and it falls into the snow, and it appears that the danger has been currently dealt with. One thing that you notice is that some of these gnolls have very weird symbols and things on them, but one thing that I will remind you all before we take a quick break, is I believe that Barnaby's Bardic Inspiration does something special too. So
What?
if let's see. Yeah, so if you cast a spell that restores hit points or deals damage, you can roll that die and choose the target affected by the spell, and then the number rolled is a bonus to the damage or HP gained. It's for spellcasters. So
Wow.
all right, so
Right.
as you what was that?
Is that
what were you gonna say?
no still sleeping over there?
That gnoll is very much sleeping over there,
Just
and we're
taking
gonna
a
deal with
nap.
that whenever we get back
Oh,
from
okay.
our break.
Okay.
So don't go anywhere. We'll see you all here in a bit. Go get some snacks and stretch your appendages, and we'll be back here in just a few.
See you in a bit.
BRB.